Hello, welcome to the Help Keep America Safe podcast. And today we're going to be talking about stalking. I'm just Antoine, your host, and I'm excited to be able to talk about this topic. I wrote an article, and I'm just going to share some of the things from the article uh, about stalking. See, the act of stalking is when a person follows them warranted or uninvitedly and causes them to feel a person to feel afraid or upset. The rate of stalking victims are who are divorced and separated are the greatest. And so if you are divorced or separated, you are a great target for stalkers. However, it occurs to both sexes and at any age. And so it'll happen to men as well as women. Sometimes as an ex-spouse, ex-boyfriend, or ex-girlfriend, a former friend, a coworker, or even someone that you just met in a casual passing. So it could be anybody, anywhere, at any time. And some of the things that you want to look for to be able to tell if someone's stalking you, if they're making unsolicited calls to you, messages or emails, that's a sign that they may be stalking you. If they're appearing in locations um, where you show up, they're just showing up uninvited and things of that nature, or asking you to come to different locations, things like that. If they're monitoring you with a GPS tracker or a camera or a listening device. And so sometimes if you think that somebody's listening to your conversation, this may be a sign of that you have a stalker. If you sense that somebody's just watching you, right, observing your movement and things of that nature, and you go somewhere and they ask you a question, or how was that when you went there, and you didn't tell anybody about that or this particular person about your whereabouts. Okay, so you want to pay special attention to situations that make you feel afraid. Sometimes when you think that things don't feel right, they're probably not right. Okay. And then you just need to further investigate, look at your surroundings. Um, don't don't just shrug off feelings that that heightens your attention, right? If it don't feel right, it's probably not right, and you just want to look into it a little bit further. Ask someone you can trust to come with you and help you kind of examine things, examine your surroundings. Here's some tips on how to stay safe from stalkers. Each stalking incident should be reported to your nearest police department. Even though police may lack sufficient proof to apprehend this stalker, it is crucial to create a formal record of the stalking conduct. Remember that if law enforcement receives a report, the details could end on up in public record. So they're supposed to keep a record of everything that you report, whether they think it's valid or not. You just make you a formal report, and just don't mind what the police officers say. If they don't believe you or anything like that, you just want to make that report. Go document it that, hey, you feel that this person is stalking you, or you might not know who the person is. But if you've seen the person, be able to give a description of that person. Don't talk to the stalker or answer their calls when they are trying to get in touch with you. And so if you believe that they are stalking you, limit that conversation. Okay. Uh, Bring your phone with you, keep emergency phone numbers on hand, memorize them in case of emergency. Call 911 if you believe that you are in urgent danger. Okay. So if the things are heightening, or you just feel very unsafe, just call 911. And so you want to give them a tip that, hey, this is going down, this is how I feel. um, if you have a weapon on you, it's better to tell them that you have a weapon on you. It also brings their attention to you closer. They may get to you faster if you do have a weapon or something to protect yourself. Don't travel alone if all possible. You want to always make efforts to switch up your routes. Don't um, like if you're going to the grocery store or you're going to work, change up your routes. Don't be so predictable. We are creatures of habit, and the more that you can change up your habits, you can disorient that stalker, and then you can really tell and sense what's going on if they are really moving and following you. Uh, Victims should increase their protection measures, such as locks, alarms, and security cameras. So, if you want to increase your security around you, making sure that your doors are locked, make sure that if you got cameras or don't have cameras, you get cameras so that you monitor your surroundings at all times, in your place of residence. Always park in a well lit place. Don't be in dark places. If you have a car, um, get to your car at work or at school. Ask somebody to accompany you if they can. Walk you to your car. If there's a security guard present, you might want to ask them to assist you as well. If you're moving on public transportation, you might want to walk to the closest bus stop or metro or whatever train station that you're taking. You don't want to take a long route. You want to do the quickest routes. Avoid being alone in long situations with your stalker, uh, and just make sure you're not alone with them, right? Okay. Don't list your name on the list of tenants on outside of your apartment building if you live in one. Use a name alteration that only close friends and family would be familiar with. So if you got a nickname or something like that, um, put some tight security on your social media. You may want to stay off for a while. Change your passwords if you have to. If you think that it's cyber stalker, then you want to take measures in that area as well. If you know who your stalker is, you want to block them from your social media. Um, you may have to even create a new account if it's been compromised and things of that nature. Store any proof of the stalking. Note the time, the date, location, uh, any emails, texts, or communication that you get from your stalker. Okay. There's, according to studies, there's 13.5 million Americans reported being stalked each year. It is never a good idea to ignore stalking because it is strange conduct. Never be scared to ask for help or speak up, and be sure to talk to the person about it if you see them being victimized in this way. So if you can help somebody else that may be in that situation, you want to give them some tips. So I got this article on Mexic News. If you go to mexicverse.com, you can see this article and where I got some of my sources from. So just Antoine here on Help Keeping America Safe. Stay tuned for some new episodes coming soon. Be blessed, and we'll see you at the top.